mid-1800s, a new religion was born in the mountains of Iran. This Baha'i faith is distinct from all other religions of the world. It teaches that all human beings are united in one race, and its adherents work tirelessly for unity and peace within society.
The seeds of the Baha'i faith were planted in 1844 when a young Persian tradesman named Sayyid Ali Muhammad identified himself as the bearer of divine revelation. Ali Muhammad became known as the Bab, an Arabic word that means gate. Over several weeks, the Bab gathered 18 followers, and these first souls to accept his words are now known as the Letters of the Living.
These 18 men and women were soon joined by thousands of followers of the Bab, who proclaimed that a new period in history was approaching, and that a manifestation of God would soon arrive.
Muslim leaders became jealous of the Bab's influence, which led to his execution on July 9, 1850.
There was an emergence of a new leader named Mirza Hussain Ali.
Mirza Hussain Ali was born on November 12, 1817, to a wealthy, noble family. He dedicated himself to serving the poor and accepted the message of the Bab. In 1848, after the Conference of Badasht, he took the name of Baha'u'llah.
In 1852, Baha'u'llah was falsely accused of a grave crime and imprisoned in an inhumane underground dungeon. After 4 months of imprisonment, Baha'u'llah was exiled from Iran and moved back to Baghdad.
Baha'u'llah became the leader of the Babis and then spent 2 years in the mountains of Kurdistan.
Baha'u'llah spent the rest of his life in exile, and on May 29, 1892, he died in the city of Akko, Israel.
Before his death, Baha'u'llah named a successor, his eldest son Abdul Baha, who became the leader of the Baha'i faith. Upon Abdul Baha's death, his leadership was passed on to his son.
The grandson of Baha'u'llah, Shoghi Effendi. But in 1963, authority over the Baha'i faith was transferred once again, only this time not to a person, but to an institution. The Universal House of Justice was established to lead the Baha'i faith all around the world.
After its beginning in Iran, the Baha'i faith has spread to become the second most geographically widespread religion in the world, behind only Christianity. Baha'i communities have emerged all across the globe. The Baha'i teachings of nonviolence and equality have allowed the religion to gain worldwide popularity.
The Kitab-i-Aqdas is the Baha'i book of laws, which includes instructions for the Universal House of Justice. These scriptures have guided Baha'is for over 100 years. The Baha'i faith is built on religious toleration. Baha'is believe that all religion stems from the same divine source, which has been improving society through religion. To Baha'is, Baha'u'llah was the most recent messenger sent by God. Bahaism maintains that Baha'u'llah and the Baha'i faith contain the most perfect revelation. The central tenets of this faith can be divided into 4 thematic areas. The first of these is the life of the spirit. Baha'is believe that each human being possesses an immortal soul, and that life's highest purpose is to know and become near to God. One does this through devotions of prayer, meditation, fasting, and pilgrimage, combined with a life of service and noble character. The second category of beliefs pertains to God and His creation. Baha'is teach that an omnipotent, loving God has sent a series of manifestations of God: Zoroaster, Buddha, Jesus Christ, Muhammad, the Bab, and Baha'u'llah, to help civilization to develop and reach its present point, the edge of maturity. Baha'is deeply respect nature, which reveals attributes of God, and encourage humans to act as stewards of the environment. The third category of doctrines covers society's essential relationships. Baha'is believe that the individual must work for the good of society, and they are committed to the idea that all people are members of one human family. For this reason, they acknowledge that the Baha'i administrative order, which governs the Baha'i community. The last critical doctrine of each Baha'i faith is universal peace. This is the ultimate goal of mankind and of the Baha'i community.
The Baha'i community gathers to worship every 19 days on the evening before the first day of each Baha'i month. These 19-day feasts correspond roughly to the weekly celebrations of other religions and include prayers, readings from Baha'i scripture, and a discussion of issues that impact the community. During Allah, the last month of the Baha'i year, which lasts from March 1st to March 20th, Baha'is between the ages of 15 and 70 participate in a fast. During this month, Baha'is do not eat between sunrise and sunset, and they devote more time to prayer and meditation. Nowruz, the New Year. On this day, work is suspended and children are allowed to stay home from school. A similar holiday is taken on 8 other days of the year, which commemorate the significant events during the lives of the Bab and Baha'u'llah.
The holiest place in the world for Baha'is is the shrine of Baha'u'llah. It is the point toward which all Baha'is turn during prayer. It consists of a simple, light-filled room surrounded by smaller rooms and filled with an indoor garden.
The Baha'i faith is young in comparison to the world's major religions. However, this peace-loving faith is spreading rapidly, as more and more people are attracted by its policy of inclusion and acceptance, and its commitment to establishing world peace. As Christians, we pray and work with Baha'is to achieve this ultimate goal.